Hello everyone, welcome to MCQs for Judiciary Exams. Question number 1. Under Section 100 Clause 5 of the Civil Procedure Code, when can a new substantial question of law be framed in a second appeal? Option A, in all second appeals. Option B, only in exceptional cases with strong recorded reasons. Option C, only if the parties request it. And option D, never. The correct answer is option B. Recently, in C.P. Francis versus C.P. Joseph and others, the Supreme Court held that as per Section 100 Clause 5 of the CPC, a second appeal can include a new substantial question of law, but this can only be done in exceptional cases. The court must record strong reasons for framing such a question. Question number 2. When should non-bailable warrants be issued according to law? Option A, when the accused is not attending court hearings. Option B, as a last resort only to secure the presence of the accused. Option C, whenever the court feels it is necessary. And option D, if the accused has been charged with a serious crime. The correct answer is option B. Recently, in Chandralekha and G. Jayaraj versus State of Telangana and another, it was held that non-bailable warrants should only be issued as a measure of last resort, primarily to ensure the presence of the accused in the court. Question number 3. A suit may be defeated under Order 1 Rule 9 of the Civil Procedure Code due to option A, non-joinder of proper parties/parties. Option B, misjoinder of a necessary party/parties. Option C, non-joinder of a necessary party/parties. And option D, misjoinder of a proper party/parties. The correct answer is option C. Order 1 Rule 9 of the Civil Procedure Code states that a lawsuit will not be dismissed due to the misjoinder or non-joinder of parties, allowing the court to decide the case based on the parties actually present. However, this rule has an exception. A suit can be dismissed if a necessary party is not included and the plaintiff fails to correct the omission after being given an opportunity to do so. Question number 4. How many schedules were there in the Constitution at the time of its adoption? Option A, 12. Option B, 10. Option C, 9. And option D, 8. The correct answer is option D. At the time of its adoption, the Indian Constitution had 8 schedules. It was adopted on November 26, 1949 and came into force on January 26, 1950, containing 395 articles, 22 parts and these initial 8 schedules. Question number 5. A owes rupees 1 lakh to B. B is entitled to recover this amount from A. This is called option A, rights in personam. Option B, rights in rem. Option C, constitutional right. And option D, there is no right at all. The correct answer is option A. A right in personam is a legal right that exists between two specific individuals, meaning it can be only enforced against that particular person. In the scenario described, B has a right in personam against A because A owes them money. This was the question which was asked in Chhattisgarh Prelims 2023. It's the time for practice question. Immovable property has been defined under the Registration Act 1908. Option A, under Section 2 Clause 5. Option B, under Section 2 Clause 6. Option C, under Section 2 Clause 10. And option D, under Section 2 Clause 9. Pin down your answers in the comment section below.